of you. And what makes so this is for every young lady out there who hasn't had the benefit of having a father find out just how wonderful they become.
Or that big brother.
Exactly, or that big brother, or that well-meaning uncle who cares, that male who wants to see you do well. You are my daughter and I love you. And despite the fact your mother and I could not get along, I would never use that as an excuse not to be in your wonderful life. You are my daughter and I love you, and that means no matter where I go or what I choose to do, you will be one of the few people on God's green earth who will always know where I am, what I'm doing, and how to get in contact with me. But that won't be a problem because every day, at least once a day, I'll make contact with you. You are my daughter and I love you. And this means no matter where I live, be it apartment, mansion, or cave, the finest spot in that abode is reserved for you. And that spot will be the place that always gets the most sunlight because you are the brightest part of my future. You are my daughter and I love you. And I know what men want because I am a man. I know what boys want because I was once a boy. And if someone were to ask me when exactly was it that you put away childish things and became a man, I'd have to say it wasn't when I had my first sexual encounter, or when I inventoried how many women wanted me, or when I'd been in enough fights, or how many times I'd been inside a jail, or how many Lethal Weapons, Indiana Jones, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Billy Blank's, Arnold Schwarzenegger Shaft-type adventures I'd been in, or how many times I'd robbed fate or cheated death, or how many times I've run the winning touchdown, scored the winning basket, or hit the deciding run. Make no mistake, my darling, this particular father has run the winning touchdown, scored the winning basket, and hit the deciding run. But that didn't and doesn't make me a man. That only makes me an admirable entertainer. No, doll baby, I became a man the same way and the same day all men became a man, when I fully realized I was responsible. Responsible for my actions, responsible for the outcome, responsible for how I lived, responsible for where I lived, responsible for putting tears in a woman's face or joy in her heart, responsible for the confidence or lack thereof my friends, co-workers, associates, relatives, and opponents would have in me, responsible for and to you, my child. You are my daughter and I love you, and this means no sane man would have his or any other man's child bear the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune without first having taken the time to responsibly prepare them for the world and all of its games. You are my daughter and I love you, and I have an example to set for you and the man you bring to me saying, Daddy, this is him. Better have a job because I had one. Better have a plan because I had one. Better realize from that point forward it's not about what he wants but what you and the children need. Better realize he doesn't eat until you dine. Better realize he doesn't sleep until you rest. And the moment you agree to disagree, it's done nonviolently. So the path of reconciliation, if there is to be one, can remain unobstructed by bruises and memories of physical anger and words you can't take back. You are my daughter and I love you. And I won't just tell you about God, I'll show you. And when you know pain, I will hold your hand and help you back up. And never be too busy and teach you to take care of yourself. So the man that is there won't be there because you need him, but because you want him. Needs stay the same, but wants change. I'm your father. I'm a father. And I know until it's time for me to go, I'm what you need. I'm what she needs. I'm what he needs. Hear that police siren? I'm what they needed. A father.
Oh, that's beautiful, bro. Now, is that in the book there, Ronhonda?
No, that wouldn't be in the book. That wouldn't be in the book. That's going to come out in a later book called Thoughts from the Kitchen Table. I'm trying to keep up with you.
That's beautiful, brother.
Thank you.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, because you talk about fatherhood. You know, when you think about fatherhood, we have too many fathers that are not fathers. We have too many fathers that's daddies. You know, like I think it was Lil' Kim said, "That's my baby daddy." You know?
Lil' Kim says a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When you have that, you've got to have people willing to step forward and say, listen, honey, this is the way you do it. I know I was a man. I know what guys want. And look at it from this standpoint.
Take one to know one.
You're right. I'm not just talking. I got a 17-year-old daughter. Right. And it's already understood. Any guy that she brings around has got to come by me. And it's going to be understood. We're not going to have my daughter on the Ricky Lake show or nothing like that talking about how people get treated. You got dad to go by. And see, I asked them all, are you the kind of guy you'd want your daughter to go out with? And if you're not, then get out of here. Now, where did I pick that up? I had a girlfriend in high school, and the same thing. This girl's father asked me, are you the kind of guy you want your daughter? And I had to think about it. Are you the kind of guy you want your daughter to go? I gotta seriously stop and think about it. No, but that changed my entire outlook. From that point forward, my entire outlook was changed on how I related to women.
Yeah,
exactly.
You didn't expect him to ask that kind
No, I did not.
Caught you off guard, too.
Exactly.
Right. Was he cleaning his gun, too?
No, he wasn't that at the time. At that time, you were taught to be respectful and whatnot.
We did have shotgun wedges.
There were shotgun wedges, but when you look at it like that, yeah, exactly. When you look at it now, you look at that and you say, golly, I may have a daughter someday.
Right.
And what kind of guy do I want coming up to talk to my child? And will he be respectful? I know what people are trying to do. And young ladies, I think they'd like to hear from a male.
But you know, that's like brothers too. Brothers can be very protective of their sisters, you know? Because I know, my sisters, I like brothers come around. Yes, I want to say, now, get away from around here, you know, like that. We're very protective of our family members, but yet we go out and dog some other system.
Exactly, and that's what made, well, that was one of the things, like I said, it may force me to govern myself accordingly, force me to be a gentleman at all times. In other words, if no meant no to me. And say, okay, if you don't really bother, you know, some other time perhaps or something like that. And when you have that opportunity, I think a lot of young ladies have really picked up. We've managed to go quite, I remember you asked me to tell, we have a website.
Okay, please.
It's www.caba.com/DR for Dear Rhonda, or www.barnz.com/ once again DR for Dear Rhonda. And
where can we purchase the book?
It can be purchased at John 316 bookstore, the same place you can pick up Danny Queen's CD.
Yeah, let me do a little plug here. My new CD, and it's simply entitled, I'm very proud of it, and the music is produced by none other than Robert Northern, better known as Brother R. And it's called Color Me Poetry, the namesake of the show, and the subtitle is Soundtrack to a Dream. Just let me give you some of the pieces off the back. Also can be purchased at John 316, and I'll give you some list of some of the other places. Color Me Poetry 1, Wings of the Whirlwind, Dear Lord, Some Christians, All in the Kool-Aid, Without Woman, Stop Lying, Paid Me My Money. Now we read
we remember that.
Ashes in the Wind for Tupac Shakur. You Are What You Think. Endangered Species. Pain of the Past. Million Man March. Waiting to Exhale. Color Me Poetry 2. My brand new CD, and it's simply entitled Color Me Poetry, and you can get it at all the major stores, record stores include. We'll give you a list of all the stores where you can get it at the end of the show.
And you can get mine at John 316, Caribou Books, Amazon.com, and BarnesandNoble.com, or you can special order it also. So.
Okay, Eric, what about your book?
My book is available at all the major bookstores. They don't have it. Make them get it.
Yeah, ask for it.
Ask for it. Love letters, death threats, and suicide notes, new and selected poems and essays. Available also on BarnesandNoble.com. Also, we're erecting we're getting ready to launch a new website. It will be ewebonline.com.
Okay.
So definitely look for it. And you also be able to order directly from us. You know, so we'll eliminate the middleman. We're in e-commerce.
Yeah.
So definitely.
Also, let me say, because I'm glad you mentioned that, because I forgot. Also, you can, of course, get my CD directly from me. And it's Danny Queen, P.O. Box 571, Bladensburg, Maryland, 20710. And if you'd like to call, it's 301-927-0670. Also, I'm at colormepoetry.com.
But no, before anyone orders my book, let me read first. And then you can sign on your own. Okay, this is